A little more than a year ago, I revealed my natural hair to the world. It's been many days of growth and learning more about myself than I ever could have possibly imagined. I even had the opportunity to speak at the Colorado State Capitol about my experience in support of a bill that would ban discrimination against natural hair. Sharing my story was an absolute honor and just a part of me living in my truth. But first, here's a look back at my on-air hair journey. I want to be a part of the change that I want to see in media today.
Living out my natural hair journey on live TV hasn't always been easy, but I found it necessary. Necessary because it created a conversation that I hope to continue for a long time to come.
If wearing your hair natural makes you happy and confident, girl, you go and do just that.
DBL Nation has given me so much love. The messages, the comments, I've read them all. I was even able to connect with a few of my fellow on-air hair sisters who are spreading the same message of natural hair positivity. Tiffany Tarpley from WKYC in Cleveland.
And at some point, my scalp was just like, please stop. I mean, it was crying. Why am I covering up who I am? You know, why am I doing that? Why am I putting this on television when I can show people, you know, my hair is pretty too?
And Java Ingram from WTSP in Tampa.
I had an overwhelming positive response to stepping out with my true hair, my true self, showing who I really am. So I would encourage anyone, no matter what profession you're in, to take that step, make that jump.
I took the leap, and let me tell you, I had to learn how to be vulnerable and surrender to my hair. It's been a wild ride that included gaining the confidence to star in my own music video.
Natural hair, baby, yeah, that's all me. Comeback queen, you know what they call me.
I can thank hair extraordinaire Isabella Vasquez for helping me reclaim that confidence.
Hairstyle.
Just a few weeks ago, I visited her at Curl Pop in Miami, where my journey all began.
Happy 1-year anniversary.
This trip was extra special because my mom was there to cheer me on. But she also said something I wasn't quite expecting.
I'm just surprised that it was as consistent as you've been with your hair. So I thought at one point, she's gonna go back to the braids or she's gonna go back to straightening her hair. And you're really comfortable with it.
Her words really reminded me why I stuck with it. For moments like this.
I thought about all the little black girls who identified with me, how they must feel minimized, they must feel devalued as I had felt minimized and devalued as a young black child.
I was able to share my story at the Colorado State Capitol in support of a bill that would ban discrimination against natural hair.
I decided that I would always take a seat in the room, no matter how uncomfortable it was, in order to save space for those little girls. And that's the reason why I went natural on air a year ago. I realized that once I took all of the unveiling off, that I just had to sit with me and I needed to be enough. And it turns out I was more than enough.
I know the fight isn't over, but I'm so honored to be a part of the progress for equality in the workplace and beyond.
Erica shared her natural hair journey. There's a lot of, I think a lot of tissue we need because there's not a dry eye in this studio. Erica, it's hard to believe that it's been a year. And I've even seen the transformation in you from the inside out. What do you make of this? And I feel like that this is just the beginning for you.
I do feel like it's the beginning, which is weird because I thought last year was the beginning. But to be honest, and I had conversations with both Tiffany and Java, who so generously shared their testimony with their natural hair journey. And the truth is, the hairy truth, is that I had been neglecting my hair for quite some time, and I couldn't just expect me to take a wig off and then just go about my day and my life like you know, I didn't have some reckoning to do with my hair, and my hair had to go through this transition, and then I had to go through this transition having to relinquish control over what I was going to look like day to day, and I'm a control freak. So the idea of being on television and doing a natural hair journey on television when I don't have any other options was far scarier than I thought it was ever going to be. But I'm telling you, like, this was like, it basically, I feel like I could do anything. Like, I really do, just because I made it through that and I discovered more about myself than I possibly could have ever imagined. I'm really grateful for that journey.
Erica, what was it like, first of all, being at the Capitol here in Denver? And how could other people get involved in the Crown Act?
Yeah.
And talk about your testimony, all of it.
In other cities.
Yeah, so first you can go to crownact.com, and you'll be able to sign a petition. Tell the legislators in your state that you want to support hair equality. I know for some people they don't realize that this is a thing, but just because you live in a warm climate and there's a blizzard somewhere else doesn't mean the snow doesn't exist, okay? So I want to be very clear. This is a thing that people are having to fight for on a daily basis, being able to wear their natural hair, and it's important that we have hair equality.
And just talk really, before you chime in, I want you to talk a little bit about that testimony experience in the state capitol.
So I've never even stepped foot into the state capitol before, so it was kind of overwhelming because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what the process was. Representative Leslie Herod of Colorado was one of the sponsors of this bill, and she is just everything. And when I met her, because she invited me to come and talk, I really felt a lot better that I could just be myself because she is so much of herself. And so when I sat down and there's like the lights, you get the green light, the yellow light for, your time's almost up, and the red light. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I had all these notes. And then all of a sudden I was like, no notes. Okay, this is what I have to say. And I just started talking. Yeah, because I was getting like these messages where I was like, people were like, yes, continue on, and I was just going with it.
Well, and Erica, I want to ask you this because I'm sure a lot of young men, but also many young women are looking at you like, well, I'm not Erica. I don't have that kind of courage. I don't have that kind of confidence. But you've spoken openly about, you have a YouTube channel where you've talked about your journey to just get you to this place. So if anybody is watching at home, to the people watching at home, how can they follow your journey and then also begin to embark on their own? Because a lot of people, I'm sure, would say, I don't feel as empowered as you do to speak up at work. If I say something about my hair, I could lose my job, and it's a cold winter out there. I don't know if I can. So where can they begin to find your journey and then maybe get the confidence to go on their own?
I think that's complicated because you have to do what's right for you. For me, I just felt like I could not sit here and not be who I am. We speak about so many things that are so important to people's lives, and if I don't feel like I'm fully who I am, then I need to find a place that I am celebrated, not just tolerated. And I'm lucky that here at DBL I am celebrated. I know a lot of people don't feel that same way, but you have to figure out how you can sleep at night. And if being more you is the way that you're gonna sleep at night, then go with it, because at the end of the day, no one is going to outdo you being you. So you're talking about competing. That's how you compete. Be the best you, not a cheap version of someone else.
God, Erica, we are so proud of you. And you can watch Erica's full testimony at the Colorado State Capitol on the Daily Blast Live YouTube page. Make sure to check